Can everyone hear me? Just making sure everything's right. Can everyone hear me? As we are loading in. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. Well, hello and welcome everyone to a very lonely commentary by myself and only myself. We are waiting on Ballboy, but as everyone knows, Ballboy's attendance is pretty shambolic. But this is the first stream of F1 2022 I'll be taking you through of Season 15, and it is Lobby 2, the first of 2 lobbies across today and tomorrow. And it's a social race, so it's all going to be fun. I think we've got 19 drivers, or maybe 20. I'm not completely sure, but the new Miami track looking very nice. Yeah, we got 19. We'll see what the what's it called, commentary graphics look like. I've got all my stats up. I could be commentating next season, so it's going to be quite exciting. To be fair, we got some F2 drivers. I mean, we got an F1 driver with David, but knowing David, he does deliver, but you never know, he could bottle. We got some F4 drivers and quite a few F3 drivers. So it's going to be good competition. Flex has joined, the F2 champion, which will make it a nice full grid. Hopefully that doesn't glitch the lobby. I don't think it should. But then again, you're always in with surprises. And he's left again, but it's up to him if he joins. But yeah, 19 drivers. Going to be very exciting to see where everyone's pasted. This is a social race, but at the same time, we're not going to turn a blind eye if Cassidy or O'Steven sets pole. So this could be used as well slightly in terms of what tier you place next season. But yeah, it's going to be a good race. We're going on board with VDB Dakes, as you can see there. The track is very good for overtaking. You've got 3 DRS zones. And if I get my track map up, you got, I think, it looks like 19 turns. It's quite a flowing track, similar to Saudi, but the curbs, the curbs can spit you out a lot more than Saudi, and the walls are like as you would expect with a street track, very close to you. But it's going to be a good race here. Hopefully everyone's excited to what we're about to get in for, and I don't think we should go on board with Dykes, because I think it's Yuri who's the first one out on track. Or is he? I believe he was the runner-up of F3. I can get my F3 spreadsheet up. But Yuri, another driver who's very fast, so you're probably going to be seeing towards the top of the timing sheets, number 2 on his car. He finished 3rd in F3. So we'll see how Yuri can do on his first flying lap on the whole of FRL in F1 2022. Into turn 1, uses 3rd gear, misses apex slightly, and you can tell he's struggling slightly. And as you can see, there's a spin already. Damage is off. That's something that should be said. And it's dry conditions and safety car's off. So Yuri won't have rear wing damage, which is lucky for him. So I think we'll go back on board with VDB Dakes, who's just coming through this sector 1. Hopefully he can keep it clean as he goes slightly wide, but he doesn't pick up an invalidation, which is very good for himself. Coming through the first sector as Evil Zook and Senna collide, and that's going to be oh so frustrating for both of them. As VDB Dakes, I think he did a 30.1, and coming into, I believe this is turn 11, which turns into the, as Mr. T-Hawk said, the Mickey Mouse section. But here you got the carousel of a corner where you really got to sweep it in, carry the speed and momentum, revving out the engine quite nicely. And VDB Dakes, he takes that perfectly, the turn, I think that's 14 and 15 chicane, and then revving out his engine quite a lot. Interesting tactic. I haven't seen many drivers be so aggressive on their engine. But VDB Dakes, but we know he's very competitive on his day in F3. And coming into the hairpin of turn 17, let's see what he can do, whether he can hit the apex. He can just about. Very nicely. And then you're going to want to keep it straight on exit to make sure you don't spin, obviously. The basics, but it is very easy to get caught out by this track. So you've got to be careful, have your wits about you. And at 1:28.0, I think that's a fairly competitive time from VDB Dakes, as you can see by Little Brookie and Sadio being nowhere near it. So we could have one of the front runners, or maybe the winner, who set pole as David goes very close. Just there, VDB Dates looks like he's going to be one of the front runners. Look at everyone else. Cryptic, he's starting his lap. Yuri's backed off. God, there's a lot of traffic through there, as you can see. And Alfa Romeo trying to get through. I'm guessing that's FRL. Yeah, that's Iwazuku. Little bit off put by the McLaren as he misses his apex. He's got a 5-place grid penalty, which isn't ideal, but who knows how that collision played out. But good lap nonetheless from the PRL man, changing his PSN, joining a new esports team, as Yuri sets a very slow time. But let's see how Glowstick, his teammate's going to do. The Alfa Romeo, which got a very nice livery, he's going to come across the line. Is he going to be anywhere near his teammate? No, he isn't. He's going to be miles off. So I imagine he had a spin like Yuri as well. Cryptic, see what he can do, as I think Arise puts himself up to P3. See what another teammate of Arise can do. A lot closer to his teammate, only 2/10 off, and it's looking very close when you take out the top two. But obviously the top two miles ahead of the rest. There's Sen, who obviously hit Evil Zook, or Zook hit him. He's gonna at worst be qualifying 6th. So that 6th is the best he can do. Obviously 20th, obviously the worst, without needing to say that. And he takes those curbs very aggressively, swinging the car around, and a 1 minute 3.5. That's not too bad. I think that's going to put him around P3. Sen, no slouch. He obviously finished 5th in F3, and knowing F3 and how rough and tough it can be, maybe got a bit too rough and tough in qualifying with Evil Zook. But nonetheless, Sen at the moment 20th. See what the McLaren man can do. The McLaren's rims of the wheels are looking very nice, as he does go around where I said 4th, as Arno puts himself into 3rd as well. So they're starting to get closer to the pole time. Now 3 guys within a second of the pole, but still very, very going to be tough to beat that lap from Dakes. FES Machiel, I've never commentated over him, but he's once again another F3 driver. So interesting to see what his pace is going to be like. Didn't see his middle sector, but just going to quickly look at the comments, make sure everything's alright. And yeah, no one's got anything bad or good, so that's fine. So Macho at the moment 20th. See what the Mercedes man can do with the nice neon green helmet, just like Lewis Hamilton. And it's not too bad of lap, probably where the Mr. Lewis Hamilton went in real life. P4, kind of best of the rest, but once again another driver is kind of in no man's land, getting close to the pole, but he's not in the pack. So going to be interesting to see how he does on his second lap. And we'll go on board with Mr. Flex, the F2 champion, who could be F2 next season as he gets a big snap of a moment. I don't imagine he's practiced for this track, as he's finding it quite tough. But he could be F1 or could be F2 next season. It'll be interesting to see where he plays. Takes the curbs very nicely. This, you can tell he's definitely going to be right up there. If he can keep it clean, he does, just about, doesn't invalidate. As a 30.8, which is quite competitive. It's sub 31 seconds. So Flex, after missing, I think, or getting a bit squirrely out of turn 2, he's on a good lap here in a lovely Williams livery. Picks his braking point, 100 meters or just after that. Second gear he uses, so he prefers to short shift, which is interesting. Some drivers like to use 4th gear through there. It's really up to you, because with this new game, gear choices are quite up to you, as Flex does bin it in the wall, and that is his lap over. And at the moment, it's not looking great for Williams. It's 19th and 20th. Yuri and Flex, 2 drivers you'd expect to be maybe in the top 2 more than the bottom 2. As Machiel pits. Very odd how much speed is carrying through there. But nice to see 18 viewers tuning into the action, as we'll go on board with Dakes for another one of his laps. See, why he's so fast. Just trying to look if he's on pad or wheel. So that'll be interesting. I cannot tell for the life of me, as he invalidates, which is a bit of a surprise, because I thought Flex went wider at that corner last time round, and Flex obviously didn't get an invalidation. But Davide, or David Encho, or David, whatever you want to call him, he does the same line, doesn't get an invalidation, so maybe a little bit sketchy track limits, but he does a 30.0, so maybe Flex's first sector wasn't too great. Oh my, a 30.0 from David, he's 2/10 up, and David F1 I mean, the F1 driver, but also the F2 champion, one season before Flex in season 8. He's on a flyer of a lap, and he's in the AlphaTauri, which is a weird car to see him in, but Davide nonetheless. At the moment, P2. Quali looks like it's going to get interesting. Oh, he takes up really well. No, he invalidates. So Davide, after looking so good, mind me calling him Davide. I'll be watching way too much Love Island, but Davide was on such a flying lap there, and then we've seen that out of that chicane, it's very easy to get a little bit squirrely and make a mistake as he lets the Haas by. But has anyone else put themselves in the top 5? Just as I say that, Sadio Mano goes 4th. Once again, the Belgian pairing of Arno and Sadio, who are obviously in a party, very good mates of each other. Looks to be quite competitive on this game early doors, which is nice to see, because they're both gonna, I imagine, fight for the constructors on a new season. They both love Aston Martin. I believe they've been teammates in the Aston Martin before. As Sadio gets a little bit held up. Still not a bad line though. Who knows? He could be improving here. And he is! Okay, so Sadio once again. Another driver improving. But through the Mickey Mouse section, coming up ahead. Will he make a mistake? We've seen already Davide and Flex come a cropper to it, breaks very late, and he manages to hook it up as Yuri goes from all the way from P20 to P1st. That's a good lap from Yuri, and now the top 3 all within a 10th of each other. Sadio, he manages to take the chicane fairly nicely, but he's not really carrying the speed as he gets a little bit out of shape, and yeah, he's lost all the time. I think that's pushing twice in a row is not obviously the ideal scenario, as I think Flex has just gone P7. So the Williams rescuing their quali, as I'll just have a sip of my nice tea as we watch Sen. But yeah, Sen coming through the carousel section. Didn't quite see or see his Sector 2 time, but I just remembered the Sector 2 time is coming up right ahead. And here's another thing, this is where the DRS detection point is. It's right there, as you see that black board. So if you see on the last lap 2 drivers very closely together, they could be playing DRS games, just like you see in Belgium. Some of the drivers might be trying to give the other one DRS, or no, not give the other one DRS, but some might be trying to get DRS off the driver behind, probably. So you could see some antics on the last lap. But Sen, nonetheless, after all the waffling is said and done, where's he going to be? P7 maybe? No, it's P4. Okay, so Dakes' time at the start of qualifying, which looked very strong, is starting to be unravelled after having 4 guys within a second of his time. I know it's no longer his time, but now you've got, I think it's 9 drivers with Flex there as well. Let's look further back. It's always nice to give the back markers some screen time. Oh, Stephen is not on a competitive lap. He looks like he's having a horror show of this track. But to be fair, he's not miles off. Your idea is further off him, and I think he's slightly improving your idea. He was trying to get a cheeky slipstream now, which given this back straight is enormously long. The circuit obviously 5.4 kilometers. I'd imagine that straight is probably about 2 kilometers long, maybe 1.5, but very long nonetheless. Your idea, see what he can do, maybe get himself out of the bottom 15? No, he can't. So if this was Q1, he hasn't done a good job. Pretty poor lap from your idea. I'm sure he'd expect better of himself. He is an F4 though. Paul's got balls. The man, the myth, the legend. See if he can get himself out of the wooden spoon position. At the moment, obviously, not sitting very prettily. Or sitting very pretty, mind that. English. Senna as well, the 19th, haven't mentioned him. He's teammates with Brookie as well in 16th. So Haas, as you'd expect, like real life, not doing very well, but this is obviously equal cars. Niels as well, he's 15th there. Cryptic 14th. Zook in 13th. Cassidy, haven't mentioned him, or JB, they're 11th and 12th. So some cars in that 11th all the way down to 16th, we'd yet to talk about them, but they could secretly have a lap in them. As I think Arno's gone second. I think Arno's gone second, making it 4 cars within a 10th of a second of each other. But Paul, see if he's going to continue on this lap. He is going to continue. Looking fairly smooth. He's going to take the shortest run up to the line. And he's actually going to not be on the bottom step of quali. He's going to be P19. So the grid's hardly getting much closer. But it's nice to see the gap from last to first be closed down slightly more. Look at the comments quickly, see what everyone else is thinking. Yuri's probably a try hard. Yeah, Yuri with a very fast time in a 27's, the only driver in a 20. No, I think Arno has a 27.99, so he's just about winner. Senna apparently can't do any better on that lap. Well, that's a bit embarrassing for himself, but I'm sure he could if he tried. But looks like Senna's out of quali, so he'll be having the wooden spoon and making cottage pies out of it, as the Mr. Ballboy would say, who's not here. But nice to see 20 viewers watching a very fun social race, so hopefully my poor commentary is entertaining everyone. Sadio Mane, though, 3/10 up. I mean, we saw he had the pace last time, but he invalidates. So it took way too much curb on the entry of that chicane. And we know he has pace. We know he can definitely be at least 5th, which may not sound much of a difference, but into turn 1 Miami, you do want to be, obviously, as far up the grid as possible, because it is with the bumpy curbs. For sure, there's going to be a big crash, without a shadow of a doubt. If one driver bounces off those curbs by getting a bit too trigger happy on the throttle, then all of a sudden you can have a massive pile-up. But not a lot of the drivers are out on track at the moment. Dakes is out on track, but he's not on a lap. We will look to Brookie. Brookie, 3/10 up. The founder of the FRL Discord, if anyone doesn't know. If anyone's in the Discord. And it was all originally designed by Brookie, this man. So let's see what he can do. He was obviously F3 last season. He's, I'm sure, going to be hoping to be a bit more competitive than he was last season. 5/10 up, so Brookie looking pretty good right here, but qualifying's not been his weak spot. It has been the race. Last season, Brookie only scored 3 points last season. Not very ideal, but nonetheless, Brookie coming around on Miami Street Circuit. What's he going to do from 16th? Is it going to be into the top 10? Just about misses out, but almost within a second of pole. So if we look at the fastest lap of every driver, yeah, Brookie just about into the 28s there, and you can see drivers like O. Steven into the 30s. You don't really want to be in the 30s in this lobby. Probably want to be in the 28s at least if you want to be in the midfield. Glowstick, just realised he's done a fairly decent lap for his standards. Meaning that in the least rude way possible, but we'll go back to the leader, and I think it's Maciel. Yeah, Maciel's pushing, but he's getting held up, and who is that? I hope that is not O. Steven. Oh, well, that was or was it? No, because there's another Ferrari head. I am baffled whether that was Cassidy or O. Steven, or both, who held up the Mercedes, but Ferrari, after the British Grand Prix, clearly a bit rattled and having to use a bit dirty tactics. Surprised there wasn't a 5-second penalty. Sorry, 5-place grid penalty. 5-second penalty. 5-place grid penalty for the collision, but nonetheless, blatantly blocked. So obviously, if this was a real race, people would report it, but it is only a social race as Davide invalidates. Now we'll go and have a look at what Yuri's up to. Yuri getting a little bit squirrely. But carries the momentum quite nicely. Coming through that right king, it's easy to think a driver's spinning, but he isn't. He's just carrying the speed. Very, very smooth over these curbs. You've got to be careful on that left-hander to not turn in too early, otherwise you will cut it and invalidate. But Yuri, he's carrying the momentum quite nicely. He's not going too low. He's carrying the minimum speed quite nicely. He does a 30.2, which compared to, I think it was David's 30.0. Obviously 2/10 slower, but you never know. Maybe he's got a car which is more set up for the straights, and obviously there's more straights in Sector 2 and Sector 3 here. But Yuri, nonetheless, going to come through the carousel section, which has already claimed so many victims, and he gets that spot on from Yuri. And qualifying's over, and Dakes, obviously, he maybe didn't make it in time, but he is done. And Yuri's 3/10 up, so this is a monster lap from Yuri. And Davidenko, he can't improve any further, so the F2 Season 8 champion is out of qualifying. Sadio Mane and Niels can't improve, Brookie can't improve, Cryptic and Your Idea can't improve, neither can Senna. And Your Idea is going to be the next one to cross the line for the Williams car. Getting a little bit squirrely out of the last corner. What's he going to do? He's going to do a 0.7. Brilliant lap from Yuri. And he puts an absolute foothold down on the whole grid. He's now looking like he could take the first pole of F1 2022 in FRL. But Arno, he took that chicane to perfection. See what the Belgian man can do through the second sector. It's looking good. It's very good. And this is going to be very close into the last sector. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him, though. He's got a McLaren and a Ferrari. Evil Zoom, he's 6th, but he retires. So he's going to be out of qualifying as well. So, can Arno, he's at the moment the contender to take pole away. Flex has been disqualified. Don't know what he's doing there, but Arno, can he take pole away? Flex is almost going to hit him. Can Arno take pole for the first F122 race? No, he can't. Oh, Arno, so close, under a 10th. But the grid's very close, but it doesn't mean it's over. Arise. Oh, he doesn't get anywhere close to pole as you probably would expect. Glowstick invalidates. Oh, that is horrendous. He could have been 6th, but invalidates, and that is qualifying over. And with the way the tyres are, you don't actually want to be 11th or below, because anyone can start on any tyre they want. So that was a massive mistake by Glowstick with his new PSN. And what a qualifying, as we will have to breathe for a second. Yuri, possibly the tryhard for FRL, taking pole. Arno in 2nd, VDB Dakes in 3rd, Davide, very disappointing in 4th, 3/10 off pole. I'm sure he would have expected more of himself. Oh, Steven, he's another highlight in 17th, as you would expect. The Mercedes look quite good. JB 8th, that's a good qualifying from him. Evil Zoo, very good qualifying from him in 9th, but maybe we should get used to that. No Pippo or ties here for Evil Zoo to contend with. Flex, or has he got disqualified? 24 viewers, as they have just watched the first FRL 2022 qualifying, and Yuri takes pole for the Williams, looking a little bit chubby in his photo on the left, but Arno 2nd, just under a 10th behind. VDB Dakes in 3rd, Davide 4th. Sen, solid qualifying from him in 5th. Machiel went under a bit of under the radar. He is in 6th. The Brit Arise in 7th. JB in 8th. Evil Zoot 9th. Saggio in 10th. Niels, solid-ish qualifying for Niels, but he would have hoped for a bit more. Glowstick, Little Brookie in 13th. Cassidy 14th. And then you got Cryptic, Your Idea, Oh Steven. Paul's got balls. Senna and Flex, you got disqualified. But 3.2 seconds covers all the drivers, all the top 19 drivers. And well, I mean, that was pretty exciting, if I do say so myself. It's nice that we don't obviously have someone like Lou in this grid to run away with it. So, although the top 2 do seem a little bit of a tier above the rest, but nonetheless, this means obviously they won't be in pre-season, as this probably means Yuri and Arno will both be F2, maybe next season. But if Bots Maybes, qualifying is over and 50% of the race is left to do. So, they got a whole lot of 150 kilometers race distance, as obviously 308 kilometers for the real life, and obviously we're doing half the real life length, as we do not have the time in FRL to spend our whole evenings to 100% race. But a full grid for a full race, as I pray that it was a formation lap there. I got scared for a little bit. There was gonna be no formation lap, but very exciting, as Davide is on hards and Sadio's on softs and Paul's on softs. So some drivers taking a gamble, and I will have to drink my tea to that. Tea going a bit cold, but nonetheless, going to be very exciting to see if Davide maybe can stick with the top 3. Looking down the grid, Castine 14th, just another driver who probably slightly disappointed. He's I hope he doesn't mind me saying, he's becoming a little bit washed. I remember back in his F3 days, Casti in a Force India used to be formidable, the Scotsman, but I don't know what's happened to him. Little Brookie as well, a 13th, unlucky 13th. Let's see if he can turn that unlucky 13th into a lucky 13th. As Cryptic and Your Idea thing, they are the first 2 drivers to hit each other in the formation lap on this game. They get an award, or a award. Not a very proud one. Flex actually, I'm not sure. Oh, Senna had the 5-place grid penalty, and Flex was disqualified. So, bottom 2 switching positions from qualifying. Jesse says he's washed. Well, yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see if Jesse was here. I mean, just look, I have to check the grid, because who knows, Jesse could be in this grid, but he isn't. But it's going to be a good race, as I'll just polish off my tea. And without further ado, I am prepared to see what all the drivers can do. We got Yuri, who finished third in F3 last season. We got Arno, who I don't know where he finished in F2. I'm not going to check because there's more than the F3 and F4 driver lobby. So I hope Yuri wins in that case. Casti got disqualified just before the line, and though Steven are the two teammates. Ferrari are already in tatters. But we will wait for Senna, the man who said he couldn't improve in qualifying. Will he be able to get points? That would be a very big surprise. But all these drivers, it's a formation lap, so they have to do it themselves. So let's see if Senna can get it right. Very nicely done from Senna. And he doesn't get reset, so if you don't get reset, you actually gain a little bit of few meters at the start of the race. So that's the immersive new feature on F1 2022. But the green flags are being waved by the marshals, and all the fans are getting ready for the F1 2022 action. I believe we've got everyone ready to go, but as you would expect on this game, no one is ready to go, as the drivers who have been disqualified, nothing's happening. So maybe a restart, but we will wait and see. Don't you worry, guys. We will not wait here like ninnies. This isn't going to benefit anyone, of course, because no one has used tyres, as these are all fresh tyres. But the drivers who got disqualified, I think maybe that's why there's a glitch. I'll check the comments quickly to see if anything happens. Senna very happy with his parking, but it doesn't seem like we're going to get underway. Going to check the Discord. It's because of Flex, apparently. Okay, Flex needs to leave then, because obviously he rejoined. So if obviously Flex can leave, because I think he joined during qualifying, that would be great. Because I guess that's a hold up, or if Flex can leave, obviously we can see whether it is him, but no rush obviously for himself in 19th. He joined and left in qualifying. I believe that is why. As we will wait for Flex to leave. And he has left. Is it going to do anything? It doesn't seem like it. Paul's left, so it doesn't seem like we're going to get anywhere. Nah. And that's disappointing, but it doesn't change much, as I will pause the stream right there to remember the grid for the race. Bit of disappointing, but I'll set up the lobby. Don't you worry, guys. It will take max 5 minutes. Bit disappointing, but nonetheless, it will make it even more exciting for when we do start all over again. But I mean, Jesse, to be fair, I mean, to be fair, in F1 2021 we had obviously qualifying glitches as well. So Codemasters have been clever and made us get used to these glitches. Hopefully they don't happen obviously in a real season, but we'll be starting, I'm sure, in 5 minutes. So catch everyone in 5 minutes, as I will just set up the lobby again and wait for everyone to join. Senna, very happy with that immersive parking. I think he's gonna keep going on about that for as long as he possibly can. Just gonna invite Mr. O'Steven. If O'Steven can invite everyone else. As I've just remembered that there's no ball boy. We're still waiting. Ball boy. Waiting for ball boy, but I'm sure we don't need ball boy. It's fine. We can do a solo commentary. We've already come this far. As I will load in the settings. And obviously have to change them because we're not having damage on. Or safety car, obviously. So no safety car either. And weather is going to be dry. Because we do not want a wet race, for sure. Surprised 19 people still sticking with us for the action, but no action for the time being, but hopefully obviously everyone gets joined, and especially Steven, because then he's on PS5, he can send the invites to everyone else. I send invites out, so hopefully people join. So yeah, just waiting for Steven to join the new lobby, and then he can send it to F3 and F4, and then everyone can join. So yeah, sorry about this, obviously, not the way you want to start the game, but it's only 7:30, so if we can get everything going fairly quickly again, then that would be brilliant to get everything finished off by 8:15. I mean, you put in your comments, obviously, who you think is going to win the race, whether it's going to be Arno, or could it possibly be, obviously, VDB Dakes, maybe, or Yuri. It could be Davide. It could be Sen. Machiel, Arise. As we get further down, it becomes more and more unlikely, but 7 people joined. People can choose different cars, but I don't imagine they'll want to. You never know. No one's not allowed to. Flex has joined for... I don't think he caused glitch. I just hope people don't get disqualified on a formation lap. Do you know what? I could get rid of formation lap, so people don't get disqualified, so we can get going pretty much straight away. Oh yeah, I do need to turn off qualifying. That would be quite clever of me, wouldn't it? There we go. And then I need to customize the grid once everyone's joined. Formation lap, maybe we test it and say off, because we've already done a formation lap and we don't want to risk it. Hopefully no one cries about that. That would be great. 5 more drivers we are waiting for join. Who are we waiting on? Is Arno here? Arno is now here. 17. 2 more drivers we've got. And then I can customize the grid. Do you know, I'll start customizing it. Oh, actually, no. We'll wait for 20 drivers. I wonder who we're waiting on. Who are we waiting on? I'll try and customize the grid and we'll probably find out that way. So, who is top? As we hopefully have the 2 other drivers join. If they don't join, they don't join. I mean, your loss. Someone's left. Yuri, where's Yuri? Where's Yuri? This is the beauty of being commentator. As Yuri's left, that's not very ideal. So Arno will be on pole for now. Dakes will be now 2nd, sorry. Davide. Okay, yeah, Davide's joined back. That's great. That makes it easier. I hope Yuri joins back. Makes it a little bit easier in my head, because I'm not the cleverest guy to do all this, even though you don't have to be that clever. He'll go 4th, I believe, with no Yuri. Machiel is going to be 5th. No Yuri. So if Yuri doesn't join back, this can make for an interesting quali. Steven's out of position. Moving down a couple. Arise and JB. Oh, I reckon maybe Yuri's joined now. Arise, JB. You check who that is. Yuri, okay, that makes it a lot easier. Who are we waiting on? Is it Paul maybe? That's just a guess. So now we're waiting. Zook and Sadio is next. No, sorry. There we go. Zook. Where's Sadio? Ah, Sadio's here. Lovely. And then it was P11, which was Neil's. Lovely, he's already there. And then we got EKG Glow Stick. There you go, P12. Lovely jubbly. Little Brick. Oh, someone's qualified very low. So who are we missing? Who's the one who's qualified really low? Cassidy. Cassidy's here, to be fair. Cryptic. Oh, he's here. So someone who qualified really low. Who's it going to be? Your idea? Yep. 17th. Oh, Stephen. Yep. Flex. Ah, it is Paul. Okay, well. Ready up, ready up, ready up. Flex, send up. That's the right order. Confirm changes. That should be spot on. I believe we can ready up. We can ready up. I will tell people in the chat. Remove his grid penalty. Put me last, for fuck's sake. Do you know what? Fine. If Parrot wants it so bad, is this? What is it? There. Make Mr. Flex happy. Okay, everyone can now ready up. I'll tell people in the Discord, and then we can finally get this race done and dusted. No formation lap, because we don't want to take that risk. We just want to get the race started. Hopefully we don't need to stop it halfway through the race. We have lost Paul. Maybe he's had his kids screaming at him, who knows. But we are down, so I think only 8 viewers, but 12 viewers to be fair. See what everyone's saying in the comments. I think it's just Flex spamming, but 11 viewers. Let's hope for the start and the race itself. Maybe we'll get some more interest, but gonna be good. Very exciting to see who will take the win. Hopefully without glitches. Without glitches, this race can be very exciting because it's not just near the front. I think with the F3 guys, as Flex is having a spasm attack, the F3 guys seeing where their pace is will be very interesting indeed. Someone, I think, towards the end tried to set off the timer. But yeah, get your setups done. No formation lap. So yeah, driver's got to be on it. Hopefully we can just start, get things going. You never know with F1, sadly, on this game. But I'm enjoying this. Talking to myself like a crazy man in my bedroom. And hopefully you are enjoying it as well. As we will wait for the time to go off. The first person to ready up. Load that setup. Get the fuel sorted. Get your strategy changed. Maybe change your setup. Maybe you want to go for a different setup. It depends how everyone feels their setup was in qualifying. So we'll see. I'll have to check the Discord just in case. Hopefully. Oh, Stephen, furious Bullboy's not commentating over him. You're saying what are setups? Bullboy's joined. Oh, that I really pray to Lord that doesn't set off a glitch. That would be so typical Bullboy if it does. He'll join a party soon, but hopefully we can get this race underway. That would be brilliant if we could. It's gonna start in 15 seconds. One way or another, fingers crossed. Wait for Bullboy to join a party, but 5, 4, 3 before the moment of truth. This is painful. 17 drivers watching, and I think we're all good. It looks good. Some drivers are choosing basically the same tyre, no pull, so no sauce, so everything's back to normal, and we go, go, go! Yuri takes a brilliant start, and it's Arno and VDB Days. Oh my god, there's a Mercedes coming crashing in, both Mercedes. Oh no, it's absolute chaos, what's gone on there? Oh, drivers, left, right, centre. Oh no, there's a McLaren inside a Red Bull, that's not PG friendly. Cryptic, oh no, Cryptic hit someone. Oh, it's chaos, there's an Alfa Romeo off. What is going on here? There's a Haas. Oh no, there's a horse! Oh, and they get collected! Oh my goodness, this is FRL at its finest. Two Mercedes, I think it was JB, absolutely went steamrolling into turn 1, and that just turned into bumper cars. Oh no, the horse has hit the wall again! God forbid if there was damage on, what would happen? I think we'd have 10 drivers out of the race. Oh, Niels and JB, they're going for a battle. And Niels has got JB. He's had a great start. Oh no, everything's spun. No, he hasn't. Oh, this is brilliant racing. Are they going to touch? No, they're not. This is good racing. Oh no. Oh, that was a bit ambitious from VDB. Dates. Oh, and Arno's off. Okay. Oh no, Sadio Mano. He cuts the corner as well. Oh, this is chaos. This is chaos. And Yuri, out of all the chaos, look at that gap. He's just left them behind. But we all go on board with David. Let's see how close Niels can get into the hairpin. Oh, this hairpin's going to be chaos. See who's going to be the first one to make contact with the car behind. Oh, Stephen up to 10th. That is incredible. JB in the podium. Is that... Oh, of course it's Niels spinning. Bloody Niels. He's got to be better than that. Already on a new game, getting back to his old habits. But JB, the old blood of FRL, are doing really well. Getting out of shape there, but he could be on for a podium here, JB. Sadio with a penalty, not going to do him any good. Sen in 4th. He's sending it through this first sector. I will check the positions gained, but thing to note, David is on the hards and Sadio is on the softs. So I think the hards are quite a good tyre on this game. ZKG Glow Sticks has decided to do a spin. I think he was someone who got sideways, or maybe it was Evil Zook. It was chaos with the Alfa Romeos at the start. I know for a fact with no safety car on, the drivers further behind are going to have to pull off some sort of strategic masterclass or something. Flex from last, he's up to P8. And oh, Stephen, he dies on Flex. What a move this is. Oh my goodness. Oh, Stephen, they're 3 wides. What's going on here? Oh, Stephen, side by side. Oh no, they're going to tag each other. Oh no, getting a little bit feisty, but oh, Stephen, he's having a brilliant race. Oh, Stephen in 9th. He's gained another position. And as we look there, I think Sadio and Sen. Oh, Sen's going to have the straight line speed and a half. Sen's got very good straight line speed. And I think JB is a boat down the straights. I don't know what ERS or what that Mercedes has got in its engine, but it is definitely probably bananas because he is very slow down the straights. Sadio trying to get past Sen side by side the last corner. Try and keep it clean, boys. Both of them got hardly any energy. Sen, he's got ridiculous straight line speed, and apparently that is the new superpower on I'm going to call it on the new game. Having good straight line speed is going to make you a pretty big beast really in a race. Oh, Steven, since we last saw him, he's had a spin or something. He's down to P13, a lucky 13th. Evil Zook is now 18th. He's not got the wooden spoon. And there's penalties well, not everywhere you look, but there's a lot of penalties. There's Niels and Arno. Niels, after that spin, is somehow managed to get into 10th. So this is, I mean, it's chaos, but I mean, Bull Boys joined the lobby as well, but Bull Boys decided to not commentate, which is interesting to say the least, but no complaints at the moment. The action is serving its purpose. And Niels round the outside of Arno. Can he do it through the carousel section? Is it going to give him the space? Oh, just about. Arno's going to be bolty. He's going to go for it. And he is. Yeah, Arno keeps the position. Oh no, Arno! What's he doing? Oh, I think he thought Machiel wasn't ghosted and allow Niels. Can he get 2 positions? I think DRS is enabled. Has he got DRS? He is going to get DRS. That's very cheeky. Oh, and it cuts in a little bit. The wall's very close. Cassidy's going to be watching this with the close eyes. Cassidy going to go for a move. He's a little bit far back, but he might think about planning a move, setting one up for turn 1. Niels and Machiel side by side. Are they going to leave the space? Fairly clean. Cassidy, massive moment, and Brookie capitalises. And now it's the Ferraris in 11th and 12th. Brookie's lost a position. What is going on this race? I do not know. It's absolute chaos, but Machiel stays where he is, I believe. No, he lost a position to Niels. Oh my goodness! Oh, Niels just spun again as he resets the track. Another spin, and PRL Zook is going to say thank you very much. He's going to lick his lips as they're side by side ahead. Oh no, that can only mean one thing. And Evil Zook. No joke intended. Evil Zook's up to now P15. And Sen and David, the man in F3 versus the man in F1. This is a battle I wouldn't expect to happen. But David is on the hards. And David gets his pants pulled down. As Sadio is now ghosted inside of him. What is going on this race? Sadio around the outside of David. He's going to have the inside. This is brilliant racing. On Sadio. What a move there. What a move. Sadio is on fire on those softs, to say the least. Maybe the softs are a very good tyre this year on a game, because the sauce, depending where you raced at last game, they did go off fairly quickly, and there's a couple of spinners. I think Sense had a spin, and now Evil Zuka's up to P13. I'm not a fanboy, just passionate, as what the F1 would say. Oh no, down into 16th. Oh, Steve in 10th. Arise. We haven't watched Arise, I don't think, much this race. He's going to go side by side with JB. Leave the space, Arise. JB's going to use the curb. Flex is going to watch this with a watchful eye, but Arise makes a good move. And Arise, I tell you what, for a man who was F4 last season, or maybe not last season, but 2 seasons ago, he's doing very well. Very, very well. JB has got the Flexmeister all over him. The F2 champion. Ooh, lagging a little bit. That's not ideal. But nonetheless, he's all over the back of the Mercedes. I don't want to watch Flex. That Wi-Fi is going to give me goosebumps. But Arise. Oh no, David's left. Hopefully that's not the start of many. But David, I think, has got poor internet as Mr. Bullboy's joined the party.
Hello? Hello, hello?
Hello,
yes.
Hello. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Nice.
I finally turned up a bit late, so...
Nah, it's fine.
Apologies about that.
With the delay, I don't think you've missed out on too much, but saying that, it's been a pretty crazy race. But as you can see, Yuri in the lead by 7 seconds. At the moment, a dominant display. But as you, I guess, are sinking into the positions at the moment, Bullboy, who's standing out to you?
Well, it's got to be the guy in first, really. Look at that. I mean, 7 seconds in 5 laps.
Yeah.
That's amazing performance so far.
And you were fighting, obviously, with him in F3, maybe not position-wise, but obviously in the championship as well. So a lot of these F3 drives, with Sadio Mano and Senna scrapping it out as well. All the top 4, I think, are F3, and then so the top 4 who are F3 are actually beating David, who's F1. And Flex, who's F2 champion. So, would you say Flex is a bit of a surprise? Although, obviously, he did start at the back, I must say.
Yeah, oh, well, I didn't know that he was starting at the back. But, yeah, I mean, I'm interested, actually, to look at the people who I haven't raced against, like some of the F4 guys as well.
Oh.
See how they perform.
Yeah, just seeing Brookie could well be F4 next. He just went straight on. I don't know how he's got into that wall, but he's now dropped to the back, so it's a Haas taking both wooden spoons, as Arno is slacking further behind, as I'm going to have to go all the way to the top, as it's Sen and Sadio fighting it out. Obviously Sadio on a sauce, but yeah, Bullboy, a lot of action happening at the moment. I think the Aston Martins will probably take the award for the Oscar for providing the most entertainment. Awful.
Penalty. Yeah. He's got a penalty there.
I think that's 6
Sadio
seconds.
Mano.
Yeah. But at the moment, obviously, when he does pit, which I think you'd imagine is going to be in a couple laps' time, he's going to come all the way to the back of this massive train, which is around, I think, behind Neil. So Stevens actually ahead of the train. So this isn't great for Sadio, obviously, once he does pit, as he's made a bit of a scrappy move, but a move nonetheless. But any surprises out of the F4 drivers,
Well, I mean, Stevens doing good in P9, considering his problems with the game. He keeps complaining about his car and spinning around. But so far, I mean, he's keeping it in the right direction, so that's a positive thing. If someone hasn't, and that's a Mercedes going for a spin there.
Machiel, yeah, I don't know much about him, but so many spinners this game. And with damage being off and the safety car being off, just so you know, you can, I guess, afford to spin. I mean, I'm not going to recommend it, but if you do, you don't really... obviously suffer the consequences, but Brookie, that is not a safety car. Brookie just simply given up. But at the moment, it does seem as though trying to get an idea of the action. I think everyone below Steven, or everyone below Casti, I think is having trouble with, I guess, their traction at the moment. A lot of spins around those positions. As I think we have another spinner, that is Sen? No, he's fine. As Flex makes a move on Arise, but... Oh yeah, Flex as he spins.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
I was just going to say, that carousel section is really, really difficult. But Bullboy, have you tried this track Out of Wonder?
Yes, I've done probably the most laps out of any track, just because it's the brand new sort of feature track on this game. I like it. It's reminds me a little bit of Vietnam in some places.
True.
Like the S section and the long straights.
Oh, Cassidy as he loses it, but Oh, there's a massive scrap here as well with Cryptic and Machiel and Niels. Oh, the battles are just, they keep delivering because no one battle stays the same because Niels has battled, I think, half the grid because he keeps spinning further back to give everyone a chance. But,
Wow.
will you be racing tomorrow, possibly, to enjoy this track as well?
Well, I hope so. I didn't realise until yesterday, was it, when yeah, you said for me to compensate today. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an F3 driver, or I was an F3 driver, so I could have been racing today, but I don't mind. Like, I'll race tomorrow. That's okay.
Previous F2 driver as well, and F1 champion 3 times. So, technically,
Yeah.
you can make the argument you're a Tuesday driver, but it'll be good tomorrow. But at the moment, as Evil Zook spins, and as with no safety cars being on, if you spin, you're really gonna have be suffering through a bit of depression for the next few laps, as Evil Zook is not going to see a single car for probably the next 7 laps or so. If he's faster than Your Idea, which he should be. But Arno as well, he's down in 16th, but Your Idea, not Your Idea, Yuri, so many years on his street. Yuri got almost a 10-second lead, so he can afford to pit now for the hards. But do you think he's going to just stick it out for as long as possible, so he doesn't have to pit into traffic? Because that's the worst thing possible, isn't it, for him?
Yeah, you wouldn't take the risk and drop down in like a crazy battle like what's going on for what P9 or something like that, where they're all close next to each other. Is there's another crash or something? It's
Dakes.
an Alpine.
But it's
So
Yui's obviously got to be careful with when he chooses to make a pit stop, because at the moment, if I go leader, I believe it's 19 seconds for a pit stop. So to be fair, he'll come out around David JB, which is actually quite a nice gap, to be fair. But Yuri obviously does want to pit earlier than he has to. But JB as well, another driver I guess you'd expect maybe to do a little bit worse. As Arise spins, another spinner. But JB actually was in a podium position early on, as he's going to make his way, lovely sweep move around Arise. But JB as well as O'Steven, both finding a bit of pace compared to usual. I think with the traction control drivers and the ones with a bit more consistency seem to actually be doing quite well this race, it seems, doesn't it?
yep, as Arno's retired, so that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, JB and O'Steven, of course, you know, haven't won a race, I think, at all in their FRL careers, famously. Will it happen this season? Up and coming, who knows? Let's see what happens. But yeah.
He never likes that start with Stephen because he always thinks GHR counts. But to be fair, next season if the F4 grid isn't good enough to beat O'Steven, maybe an O'Steven Ferrari World Championship, who knows? Or even worse, maybe O'Steven won't be in Ferrari as it is random. But at the moment, he's doing very well for the Scuderia. I would say better than real life, but he's maybe slightly underperforming. But the Mercedes as well, Machiel and JB fairly close. I think the closest teammates are VDB Dates and Your Idea, two drivers you wouldn't expect to be close. Because I know this the F4 drivers very well, because I commentated over F4, and obviously you know the F3 drivers very well. So we'll switch up the ball boy. Who would you say is most underperforming for F3, excluding the DNF?
Underperforming. Alright, well, I mean, I don't know, because F3 was a bit up and down for like every driver, including myself as well. I had a bit of a bad patch of form, or just unluckiness as well. Well, I guess Cassidy, because he's just had a moment there or something, so...
That's perfectly timed by Cassidy, yeah. I think, I was just saying earlier on, I remember when Cassidy was, when we had 2 tiers in F2, he was actually very competitive, but he was fighting T-Hall once upon a time, and now T-Hall is obviously F1, he's F3. But, I think if we go towards the top of the grid, it seems to have spread out a little bit. Senna's settled into a nice rhythm, but a nice rhythm which has taken him 10 seconds behind Yuri. So he's got a long way to catch up. But one spin from Yuri, which is unlikely, but one spin will do it, and Sen will be right on his tail. Sadio Mane's tyres, ball boy, surely going off right now. He has to make a pit stop at some point soon, otherwise his tyres will surely fall off the cliff.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I've just noticed the tyre strategies. We have everybody pretty much on mediums, apart from David on the hards, and as you said, Sadio Mane is... Oh dear, that's not good. He's getting a penalty.
And now he's gonna pit. Where's he gonna come out? I reckon he's gonna come out behind O'Steven here, which isn't probably the best place to be, as he's got a train behind him.
Well, they had some famous battles back in the day, him and O'Steven, if I recall.
I get GHRF4, I'd guess, and maybe F2.
Oh no, no, I think F3, like on F1 2018-19, I think they had a few crashes together.
And he's going to make the overtake. Brilliant move from O'Steven on Sadio. Oh no, it's not done and dusted yet. Hopefully he doesn't get spun out. No, easy peasy lemon squeezy. The thing with this game, obviously, is once you leave the pits, I'm not taking anything away from O'Steven's move, but you do have cold tyres. But O'Steven will say, bun that. He's made a brilliant move. Sadio now coming under attack from Machiel as well. Oh my goodness, and there's Niels as well. This is starting to become, it's going to be 3 wide. Oh my goodness, they almost all make contact. Cassidy's retired as well. And still Sadio's ahead. He's actually gaining on O'Steven. O'Steven's going to get gobbled up here. It could be 4 wide. O'Steven gets pushed off. And with O'Steven going to come out of all of this, Niels is just slotting in behind, just watching this action with a gleaming eye. But out of all of that, Sadio with the colder tyres, just because of how powerful the DRS is.
Oh, and he's gone off. He's gone off.
Sadio's come out on top, but still all contact. And now O'Steven, let's see how good his straight line speed is here. He's using overtake, but he hasn't got much ERS deployment. Niels, he's not deciding to use anything. And he's still faster.
Oh, here we go.
Niels, easy move. Is Niels in AI mode? Yeah, he's left. O'Steven goes a bit off, but... Yeah, Niels disconnected there. I was wondering why he was weaving a little bit down the straight. But at the moment, after that, I don't think there's many battles. It's gone all a bit quiet.
Yeah, actually, the battle for the wooden spoon, let's have a look at this. As Evil gives it to your idea at the moment. Oh no, never mind.
Oh, that's embarrassing from Zook. Oh, Evil Zook will want to get this done and dusted because he's been he's had the wooden spoon and been making his cottage pies. Oh yeah. No! He goes way too far deep.
Oh dear.
But your idea, he's not going to have this. He's going to try and get all the way through. Oh my goodness, what move! Oh no! This is a great battle for the wooden spoon. Oh no, it's so close. Very clean driving. I'm saying oh no like I want them to crash, but you get so used to it as your idea goes wide.
That's not the track.
Oh no, he gets a penalty. And your idea, he adds to the list of penalty merchants in this game. As Niels, with the AI mode, he is dropping down the field. Despite I've upped the AI mode to 60, obviously AI 60, these guys are way faster than that. But glow sticks as well. I think you'll co-commentate at one point or another. So at some point,
we did a race in Portugal, I remember. On the last game, I think, or 2 games ago. No, 1 game ago.
Yeah, he's changed his PSN for the 9th time.
Oh, I thought it was the 100th or... Oh, never mind. Only 9 or 10.
Yeah, as Niels joins back, so Niels actually is going to come out once he joins back right into this battle. When EKG Glowstick, going side by side with Cryptic, both these, well, Cryptic's F4, oh my goodness, he's going to hang Zook out to dry, not Zook, sorry, Glowstick, getting 2 Alfa Romeos modded up, but Cryptic, oh, no contact, but just about, comes out on top, but, just looking as well, out of the drivers on the hards, boy, David, you can kind of forget him at times, he's the F2 Season 8 champion, but he's on hard, so do you think he's going to start to catch Flex and Sen?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know too much about strategy here, because when I've done races here, it's only been 5 lappers, you know, so
yeah.
I've got no clue, but yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see, I guess for my race, you know, when I race around here as well, to see, like, what the best strategy is, see how those hard tyres compare to those mediums, 12 laps into the race.
It seems as though it's a medium hard, unless you name Sadio Barno, because he's obviously gone for the soft hard, but... David, he's waited patiently for the hards to come into their own, and after taking the heavy hit at the start, he's going to start to enjoy it. Another wooden spoon battle.
And your idea's got a great idea how to get past and
oh god.
Give the wooden spoon to Evil, there we go.
Out of all my races commentating over your idea, I've never made that pun, but fair enough, how to get in there.
Brilliant. Oh, and another battle. Look at this. A battle for the final point, even though there's no points in this race, but...
I think Cryptic's been
Yeah.
dropped off unless Glowstick suddenly hits the wall. But there's a lot of pit stops, and with pit stops there's drama as JB. Oh my goodness, what a move from JB!
Whoa.
Sadio Mano and JB going side by side, but we know how this happened with Steven. Oh no, a bit of contact. These two, no love lost since the days. They've had a few battles as well, haven't they? But JB, he has already got a penalty to say they're both almost off the track. But he's now going to get the DRS, JB, isn't he? So let's see how powerful the DRS is.
Oh, and this is great team play here, because look, his teammate can have a go at the Aston Martin as well.
I didn't see that coming from a mile back, but Maciel, is he actually going to try and go for the overtake? I think he wants to switch to the inside, but he's actually going to go for the outside. Can't make it stick, but he's going to maybe hang it around the outside. No, this corner just about too wide. It's very difficult. Sadio Mano, he doesn't like this chicane. He's got penalties and bottled quali laps from it. As Flex and David.
Oh yeah.
Easy to
Got
forget.
through, has he?
Yeah,
so that's those hard tyres doing really well for him.
They're both low on ERS though, so I don't think David Day's going to have an easy day to pull away. God, that all ran quite nicely. But Flex, sitting behind David, he gives him a little push, a little shove, and he's got to be careful not to push the Altari into the walls. I mean, there's no license points picked up, as though Steven is that. Ooh.
He's made an overtake, I think.
Or has he? Because Glowsticks, oh, he's going to go really wide.
Oh, and he's got him back.
Nah. But Steven, he's now under attack from Cryptic. So he's got to be careful, because at the moment he hasn't made a pit stop. But I think he's going to be, he's looking like he's going to be in the points with all the spins and penalties. He's actually sitting pretty for a man who's fighting against F3 drivers. Did I just see a spin from Yuri? I reckon I did. No. Or did
Could
I?
have been a half spin, or I don't know, he's still...
Oh, he did!
Oh yeah! Yeah, look at that. He's lost time.
And that, I mean, we said it all takes one spin, one half spin is 4 seconds. So Yuri, not Yuri, Sen has got to hope for 2 more of those. Which, at this rate, maybe 1 more is the max you're getting from Yuri. But Sen driving quite well. The top 2 very consistent as Sen.
Oh, and he's in the pits. The race leader's in.
Ooh, overcut from Sen maybe. The overcut's quite good because you have cold tyres, Bulbo, on the obviously first lap. You can actually gain time. We'll have a look from the leader perspective to see how much time Yuri loses. But Sen could do not an overcut, obviously, all the way, but he could cut in maybe 2 seconds, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, that could be possible, but yeah, Yuri just looks rapid out there, but he's going to have to pass a few cars potentially here in a few moments' time.
His teammate, though, so that'll be easy. But it was 10.3. He's lost 6 tenths already, as I think Cryptic's pitted, so Steven will count that as an overtake. He's up to 7.
Yeah.
Oh, Yuri,
great.
Very wide. And Flex is left, so I don't think that was tactical. If that was tactical, fair play to Williams. Interesting tactics, but no DRS from Yuri. Yuri losing time, but as soon as Sen pits, Sen obviously will also lose time. But at the moment, Davide, once Sen makes pit stop, David's going to be in the lead. And he's going to pit onto the medium. So who knows? We could be set up for a very, very nice finish to see if David can catch Yuri. Because at the moment, the gap's 4 seconds. So David is probably not as far ahead of Yuri after the pit stop as he would have liked. But is that an overtake between the 2 Red Bulls?
I think it is. Oh, and they're passing each other like crazy here. Look at this. They're swapping positions, and there's... Who's that?
Niels! No, Neil's spun in the back of Dice Street, so Evil will take that very much to heart as Yuri overtakes an AI of Flex. There's a Crypto coming through and Ariza trying to overtake. They're almost 4 wide. Oh no! So he hits the back of Ariza. I don't know which Red Bull's which. He's now gonna try and. Oh no! Oh no!
Dear.
The 2 Red Bulls are parking it ahead of Evil Zook. Dirty tactics from the Red Bulls, but tactics nonetheless, and they're in 9th and 10th now. But Cryptics actually and Arise have made pit stops, so they're not looking too bad. And Flex has gone to softs, Bullboy.
Yeah, I don't know. Can they make it to the end of the race on softs? Potentially? 12 laps or so?
How much star wear did he have in the 5-lapper?
Oh, 5. I've got no clue actually, but they felt okay. As Flex has joined, so I think that was his
Oh,
AI who was making that strategy call there.
is it a good call or a bad call? He might have to save his tyres quite a bit. But either way, Steven, he's going to be hunting him down. Oh, is he going to get him in time? I don't think he will.
Well, let's see, because there's a few corners here where he can get him.
Flex is going to be shaking as he waits to take over the AI. Or maybe he's letting Steven maybe get this overtake. Because as we say this, Yuri's now starting to close in on Sen. So Sen no longer gaining time. As Flex still yet to rejoin. So Steven... Ah, now he's rejoined.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Well, it's not very motivational for Steam to not be able to catch a 60 AI, but you never know. You know, he's in the points, so he's doing his thing.
Oh,
David pits already.
Okay, so what tyres? Let's have a look.
Softs, mediums. Interesting.
Oh,
As
that was a bit slow.
two penalties at the same time. So David, how far has he got to go to catch the cars ahead? We'll go on leader. He's got. Oh, it's gonna not be 28 seconds. Yeah, that's him out. More like 20. So he's gonna have to gain 2 seconds a lap on Yuri. I don't think that's gonna be possible for David. I know he's F2 Season 8 champion, but probably a bit of a insurmountable task, probably, right, Ballboy?
Yeah, but you never know. You never know what can happen in these races.
I think there's pit stops further down as there's yellow flags. Well, that's Niels again, probably. No, Niels is probably him again. As he's trying to go round the outside of Cryptic. I think he's thinking about the inside. Oh, there's going to be contact here without a doubt. Not too much. Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah, that was a spin.
Oh, no. And do you know what, Ballboy? On the topic of Niels and F3, who do you say was your closest rival last season in F3? Are they on this grid?
I can't actually remember what happened. Oh no, I'd say like Rackler, Van Dongen, we had some battles, and yeah, I guess so. And they were Red Bulls as well, but they're not here today for this race. But yeah, I mean, I had some battles with some of the F3 people here in the lobby in this race.
And do you think you'll be in F3 next season, F2, or maybe even F4, I dare say?
I've got no clue. I mean, I'm not that quick, so yeah.
It'll be interesting
tomorrow.
It'll be interesting to see how you get along, because I reckon if you win this lobby, I reckon you'd be around, I dare say, maybe a second or two behind Flex. Probably.
Yeah, well, depending if I got caught up in the crash, but yeah, no, in terms of pace, I mean, with everybody else spinning and making mistakes in my consistency, as Senna's just gone for a spin.
Flex gets penalty. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
It'll be interesting though. Flex, obviously on soft tyres, David on fresh medium. So let's see how the strategies play out. Sen, I just realised he's gone for a bold strategy. He's gone softs, and they're fresh softs as well. So has Sen pulled off a strategic masterclass here? God, that is pretty clever. You're never gonna beat Yuri on the hard, so he's gone. Do you know what? I'm just gonna go on the softs, and he's eating into the gap, Bulbo, isn't he?
Every second is going down by a tenth.
I think it's a straight line speed ascent of that McLaren. It's quite funny the way he goes from left to right, sent back onto the racing line like there's dirty air on this game. There isn't, but he hits the ball. Yeah. But he's still gaining non-stop, isn't it? It's only 3 seconds. How much did he gain last lap? I'm going to actually have to use the race director, which I never do.
As another yellow for a Mercedes, I think, or something happens. Evil? No. More yellow flags for some reason.
Sen's just pitted, but maybe he'll set a fast lap on this one as he's still improving. As is that Evil, I think. Oh no, wooden spoon battle again.
Oh,
nice
back.
Move.
Here we go, Evil in the slipstream.
Lack of VRS. Is he going to dive it though? Oh, of course he is. Oh, but can he get it slowed down? And he can. But now your idea. Oh no, what's that? Oh, Neil spins again. God, it's not his day, is it? Your idea though. He's now going to say thank you very much, and he's going to have the DRS. He's going to now go to the in. Oh, Zoot covers it off.
Brilliant. Oh, and there's going to be a
Oh no. I don't know who was at fault there, but I'll just say it was a racing incident.
Meanwhile, it's 3 seconds the gap for the lead.
Does O Stephen want to pit?
Well, he's going to have to at some point, surely.
I don't know. This is like Ferrari's plan yesterday in the race. Stephen clearly hasn't been called into the pits, has he? I think maybe Ferrari have forgotten about him. I don't know why, because Cassidy's out, so maybe they're packing their bags already to the next social race. But either way, the sister team of Alfa Romeo doing hardly any better. But then again, Glow 6 has pitted, which is always a benefit in F1. But Maciel just for a little bit behind as David. Oh, he disconnects. Now Fleck's going to get him as Maciel makes a very nice move on Arise. And Arise now going to try and go for the switch back. But his tyres are too fresh and he gets bump drafted into Maciel as O Stephen does pit just as we say.
There we go. And
where's he going to come out?
This is a perfect time for wet tyres, don't you think?
I was going to say, what is Senna doing? Oh, Stephen's going to be furious, isn't he? Oh no!
Oh yeah, he's got stuck behind it. Oh dear.
Let's see, can O Stephen on fresh softs overtake Senna on fresh wets? It's going to be a close one. Oh no, he lets him through. I was excited for that battle for a second, but an exciting battle elsewhere. Ballboy is for the lead. They're close. Senna's now got a penalty though. He's got a penalty, but it will ignore the penalty. We might actually have a battle for the leads, which we haven't had the whole race.
That's all what we want, of course, from a neutral's perspective.
Yeah, we're totally not biased towards Yuri, but Yuri, he's probably shaking his boots a little bit. Oh, Sen misses his apex. That's not going to help him. But Yuri, he's had a very easy ride, and then a half spin, and then all of a sudden Sen's like, oh, just do the overcut on softs. And all of a sudden, he's probably getting a little bit worried if it wasn't for that penalty.
Yeah, it's incredible to think the gap was, what, 12 seconds at one point?
Yeah.
Now it's 2.
Or Flex spins. Flex is having a horrendous race. I'm sure he'll not like me saying that, but for an F2 champion, same as David, I know both of them had disconnection issues, but not the best of evenings for them, for sure. Especially when Sadio Mano's beating you. No offense to Sadio Mano, but as
more yellow flags, by the way.
Was that Steven or Dakes? I think it might have been Dakes.
Dunno. Yep, he's in the pits. Intermediates. I think the rain's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he gonna do it? Of course he's gonna do it. He's testing out the tyres.
I was just joking about putting intermediates on, but alright.
I think he thinks he's got you muddled up with Jeff or whatever the new guy is called, Andy or something. Let's see how it feels on a new Inters. Oh, he cuts a pit exit completely. Is he gonna spin? Oh, a little bit wobbly there. Oh, he hits his apexes, to be fair, on the Inters. Maybe that's the way forward.
Well, yeah, he's got a 1 minute 18 to try and close down on 14th to not get the wooden spoon.
I'm just trying to see that gap. Is he gaining on your idea? I really hope for your idea's sake he isn't. But it's not changing, for me at least. As Flex pits again. Is that fastest lap? I don't know. He's doing something. As the gap for the win, Bullboy 1.5. Do you think he's going to keep on gaining, or do you think his tyres have hit the cliff?
I hope he just gives us a massive battle where they swap positions every corner for the next few laps until the end. That would be brilliant. If his tyres can hang on as well, that would be excellent news for everybody watching, apart from those competing who want to just have a nice easy race. That's not going to happen, it seems, for P1 and P2.
Yeah, your idea. He was probably sunbathing in the Miami sun, how easy it was. But now the
Oh yeah.
gap's almost 1.3. They've both got no ERS. So it is quite an equal scrap, apart from the tyres. But for old softs, and Sen has started to slow down his progress. Whether that's Yuri getting faster or Sen getting slower. It's close, definitely close. I reckon he might get DRS next lap, Bullboy. What do you think?
Yep, as we got another retirement here. And that's an Alpine.
Oh, that means Senna. I mean, he's still going to have the wooden spoon. But he's now going to be top 14. Very slowly improving, you know. You've got to keep in the race, to be fair. JB as well, just looking. He's going to have an almighty scrap with O'Steven. O'Steven closing JB down rapidly. O'Steven hunting for points from his first ever F1 2022 race. He wants to start it with a bang, I'm sure.
Yes, indeed. Can he get this P10? If only there wasn't a 0, it would be P1, but yeah, never mind.
I was just seeing on
Alright.
Inters, he got completely sideways. So Senna's on those Inters he might need to box for. Who knows, maybe Haas and the mediums and softs. He's trying all sorts of tyres out. Maybe Haas are running some sort of tyre plan, but flex DNFs. And that's going to put Senna up to P13. And O'Steven in the points. So O'Steven now is going to be dancing for joy in his small little Ferrari cockpit. As sorry, he's actually not gaining on Yuri anymore. So Yuri is now looking like the favourite to win.
Oh yeah, well, unless he's made a mistake, the McLaren driver here, and he's lost a few tenths, but yeah. We'll see how that goes. How the gaps form in the next few crucial laps of the Grand Prix.
God, I tell you what, we'll talk about Evil Zoot for a quick second, but the man who finished, I think it was second? No, sorry, third in the F4 scrap, who's obviously teammates with O'Steven, took them to their constructors. Evil Zook's jumped ships, it seems, as O'Steven gets a penalty.
What?
Oh, but JB's got 11, and the rider's got 9, so he's fine-ish.
Wow. Yeah, but that's very exciting, O'Steven getting a penalty.
Shows how difficult the track is, to be fair, because O'Steven rarely ever gets penalties. But yeah, Evil Zook, he's hard. I mean, he is closing down O'Steven as we speak, but being 12 seconds behind, it's not going to do his confidence any good. But O'Steven's confidence is going to be sky high. He's going to think he's maybe F3 next season. Or is that a bit far?
Yeah. I mean, well, let's see how the other races go before round 1.
I mean, would you fancy your odds against an inform O'Steven if he's driving like this in the top 10?
Well, I mean, there was one point where, who was it, Senna on the wets or Inters, and I think he was pulling away a little bit from O'Steven when he pulled out of the pits. Just by a little bit, just for a brief moment, he was pulling away.
Oh, you can't throw O'Steven on the bus like that and then continue commentating your run. Senna's going to be
I mean,
gleaming.
yeah.
Oh.
He was saying he didn't really like the car or whatever, and he keeps spinning it, but yeah.
Oh, it's all excuses.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see if he can get JB in a rise. With the penalties, he's doing alright, but at the moment, no drives within DRS. But, you know, worst comes to us, we can talk about cottage pies and, I don't know, pork pies. But Sen...
Oh, yeah. Well, there's only 3 laps or so to go, so...
Yeah, 4
Not
laps
too long.
including this one. But Sen is... I mean, he's not dropping off Yuri, but he's, like, not... I think it was a good call, because if you think about... If Yuri was 6 seconds away before the pit stops... Sen would have been past him by this point, unless Yuri defended like a lion. But I mean, Sen he drove well really on his tyre, and it shows maybe the medium soft might be good tomorrow, which takes me by surprise because I thought the medium hard was bare.
Yeah, well, no safety cars, of course, so yeah, you don't have to factor in any of those. So
Yeah.
easy strategy call really after people seeing how these tyres perform today.
If there was safety car on, best believe O'Steven with those mediums, I think would have been P1 and then obviously pitted on the safety car. Who knows? Maybe something. Maybe he could have been on the podium, but that's wishful thinking. But At the moment, I see a battle with DRS involved in it. Arise and Cryptic. Cryptic's having a very good race for an F4 driver. I think he's the highest F4 driver on the grid.
Oh.
He is higher than some F3 drivers. None of which are below him at the moment. Oh, actually, Arise and JB F3, obviously, he's beating. And he's got no penalties as well. So Cryptic, the man from Nottingham, he's actually having an alright race. But Arise, Ballboy and JB and O Steven might be catching up to him, maybe, soon.
Yeah, that could happen. So I guess we'll work out who's Verstappen in the Red Bull and who's going to be Perez here. Basically, and who's that George Russell as JB in the background, or is it the guy ahead? I don't know.
Stephen as Carlos Sainz, and I'm sure it's the best match for him.
What is he? Is he though? Because Sainz won a race, he hasn't, so I don't know.
Well, Sainz has won one race. Stephen has technically, he will say, have won one race. I don't think OZ will be mind being called Carlos Sainz. He'll say gracias, probably. But,
yeah.
JB...
Well.
It'll be interesting to see if he can catch up to JB, Mr. Carlos Sainz on George Russell. But Lewis Hamilton, if you're putting it that way, he's P6 ahead of both of them, and that would mean Nicholas Latifi's winning the race.
Oh, is he? I was going to say it's Albon, but okay, Latifi it is. This is incredible.
Sen is back on Inters now, so he's mixing it up as well. This race has really gone very left, but after 7 laps of Brookie retiring, it seemed to gone a little bit to tatters, but Yuri nonetheless is now starting to pull away, so that's where the strategy is obviously going to come good for the medium hard strategy. David, I mean, he's got a 22-second gap. He's in AI mode, so Glowstick, I hope he'll be able to catch it towards the end, otherwise Glowstick might get stuck in F5 next season. But
oh, is there going to be an F5 or?
No. I don't think so, from my understanding. We're yet to hit 100 sign-ups, but you never know in FRL. You never know. I don't know what day we do F5. I guess it'd be Wednesday, maybe. Nah, should. Oh no! Just seen Cryptic there as he loses a position. But I think we're now going to be coming on to the last lap in. As Yuri's obviously a sector away. But being a good drive from Yuri, obviously no penalties, simple strategy. Had a bit of a scare with Sen coming at him. It could have ended up a bit differently if Sen obviously simply was a little bit faster this race, as rude as it sounds. But Sadio as well, he's going to be taking a podium, which is a bit of a surprise to me, but he made the softs work. But I mean, any surprises there compared to like when he first obviously joined the commentary box?
Well, I mean, it was exciting when the gap was going down, you know, for the lead, but yeah. We had some good battles, like, nonetheless, wooden spoon battles in the midfield. There's another spin there for, that centre, of course, at the last corner. But it's been a good race. Enjoyed this race.
Yeah. I think tomorrow will be streamed by Mr. James Head. So it will be, Mercedes spins and now Arise on the last lap, he's going to get him. Oh no, and little Cryptic's going to try and get Matt Shiel. Oh no, Matt Shiel, he's really in the mud here, all of a sudden come to life, but we should, oh no, sorry, we're nowhere near the end. Yuri's still got a sector and a half to go. Ignore that, but yeah, the race tomorrow, which obviously me and you will be part of, will be very exciting as well. Who knows, maybe we will both be on the podium in some miraculous way.
Well, I don't know about myself, but yeah, you can get the podium, I suppose. I'll be battling for the win spoon again, probably.
I mean, if there's this amount of spins, if you saw the first lap and re-watch it, because the amount of chaos there was, if we have that tomorrow, anyone could be leaning into turn 1. I think we got extreme racing tomorrow, so maybe he'll fancy his chance with a massive turn 1 dive bomb. But Yuri, nonetheless, it's the first race for, in FRL on F1 2022. Yuri in a Williams, the slowest car on the grid. He's going to come across the line and he's going to win. So Yuri, dominant race win, 7.4 seconds ahead of Sen. That's going to be 10 seconds once Sen gets his penalty. Sen, very nice race. Very, very, very nice race for second place. Sadio Mane is going to take silver as Davide, with his AI, nonetheless, he's going to actually take fourth. As there's a battle further behind.
Cryptic. Is he going to get him? It's like Verstappen and Hamilton here on the last lap.
Sort of. Is he Maciel going to get a DRS on a rise? No.
Oh look,
But
and Perez can hold him up as well. This is brilliant. Right, let's see. Final corners coming up.
this can be a tall order for Perez or Max. I've forgotten which one's which.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, let's see how. Oh, never mind. Nothing's gonna happen here because they're all too far. Yeah, apart here. But there we go.
Oh no!
Oh, and he's lost it.
Oh no! Maciel, he bottles it! Is he, JB gonna get him? JB's gonna be close!
Oh my.
No,
Photo
he
finish.
isn't!
Oh, okay.
Oh, Stephen, why has he gone eight? Has he spun, Steve? Run out of fuel?
What's he doing?
He's run out of fuel, Stephen! Ferrari have more horror
Oh,
errors, he's run
dear.
out of fuel. Stephen, what's he doing? Evil Zook is now going to also try and get the wooden spoon, well, technically wooden spoon, ignoring Senna. Oh, your idea goes deep, and now Evil Zook's going to take P11. Oh, and that wraps up, well, we're going to have to wait for Senna, so we could be here for a while, but that wraps up the social race, Bull Boy. Would you say that was a good race? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I'm just wondering how can you forget to put enough fuel in the car? It's incredible, but there we go.
Oh no, Senna spins, but I mean, Stephen, potential P8 there, and he still picks up a point. To be fair, shows possibly how poor the competition was. I mean, Niels, if we look at the DNFers, Niels spun so many times. Casti hit the wall more times than Stephen has years, and I think the other ones were Little Brookie retired early, and a couple of the others I have forgotten about. But Cryptic gets driver of the day. Would you agree with that?
I mean, he gained the most positions, I guess that's for, but I give it to the race winner, because, yeah, he was dominant, you know, he didn't really, well, apart from losing a few seconds, yeah, it was, well done from the Williams driver, and what a podium that is, and Brendan Lee as well has turned up. I didn't know he was racing.
We wish Brendan Lee was racing. If Brendan Lee was racing, that'd be very worrying us then. But then again, he was gaining quite rapidly at one point, so it would make all make sense. But we'll interview Brendan Lee, we'll interview Yuri, and we will interview Sadio Mano, and see what they have to say. But as you said, I'd agree. Yuri definitely driver of the day. He was the only one, I'd say, maybe with Sen, but I'd say Yuri literally perfect race. I think he didn't get a fastest lap, so he missed out on the hat trick. So not necessarily the best race, but no mistakes whatsoever. As you can see, there's a lot of penalties. So Evil Zook, Cryptic, and David Day and Yuri, give yourselves a pat on the back. No penalties. So who knows? In another season of FRL, that might get you a point. But from the new season, I don't think that'll happen. But Bulwy, yeah, would you say that gets you quite interested and excited for the race tomorrow?
Yes and no, because I have to say, like yeah, it's a good track and all. It was a bit chaotic today. So although there was no damage, so I think I can weave my way through in case that happens tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
It'll definitely be bumper cars at the start for both of us, so I hope we both get fitted with some tyres with maybe some spikes on the end of them, because we will probably need it. But tune in RC for the action by James tomorrow. It's going to be hopefully 20 drivers turning up, and I think if it's as chaotic as the first 5 laps was today, which sadly I think you missed out on, where with cars going everywhere but the racing line, it'll be a great race tomorrow. But I think that's a great taste for obviously the upcoming season. But we will try and get in the top 3 very quickly. I don't think Sadio has a mic, and I don't think Sen does interviews, so it might just be the race winner Yuri and our driver of the day. So I will, or do you want to add Yuri to the party? And we'll give him a quick interview. As I'll just get the Williams on. Yeah.
Top 3. We're not going for everyone, are we? Like.
Nah, we'll just do the top 3. Where is it? Virtual showroom. There we go. But yeah, very Very exciting race that was there, and it'll be interesting to see what Yuri's got to say after probably being he probably watched the action on the minimap more than we did because he was miles
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh yes, of course. And here, yep, he's there.
Okay, and Yuri, you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Well, Yuri, I mean, me and Bullboy obviously were saying you probably deserve to get driver of the day for obvious reasons. I mean, you took pole by not a massive margin, only by a tenth of a second, but from that point onwards, you looked in control. I mean, how would you say your race went? Obviously, very well, but do you think you performed to your best? Do you think that's going to be enough to maybe get you in, I don't know, F2 next season? What's your thoughts on the race?
I mean, the start was pretty good. It was also a bit chaotic at the back, so I think that really helped me. I don't know who crashed, but I saw like so many yellow flags, so I was happy about that, surviving that. But yeah, the pace was good, but I think I only spun one time, but luckily I had the gap for like 12 seconds or something, so that
Yeah.
was enough to keep it under control. And I had a game freeze from lap 17 to 19, so I lost a lot of time. So yeah.
Ah, because me and Bullboy obviously, or I saw you lost 4 seconds, and we were wondering why you lost the 4 seconds, but that all makes sense. But Bullboy, do you think you have any questions obviously for the race winner of the Miami social race?
Well, yeah, I mean, near the end of the race, you were losing a bit of time, but that was because of the tyre deficit. But did you think you could potentially, I mean, although he had a penalty, of course, you know, that the lead could have gone away, or did you always think that his tyres would go? Because, yeah, 10 laps or so on the softs is quite a lot around here.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that he would battle me, he would get close, but I wouldn't think at the end, especially the last 3-2 laps, that I would get him back, because yeah, those softs are horrendous on this track. You cannot use them in any way else, or for a late safety car maybe, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, Sen, I really like that he tried the soft. I mean, it was really, it could have really, yeah, how do you say it, paid off, that strategy. But at the end, I still think I would have be in front of him, also on track.
Yeah, I think it's quite funny that you obviously were excited to see Sen went sauce because I mean if I was in the lead obviously I haven't won in a long time enough, I'd have been quite worried that Sen would have caught me, but you were so far in the lead, you were very comfortable obviously up front. So in terms of the next social race, because there will be one I believe next Monday and Tuesday, I'm not sure on the track, but how are you feeling maybe if, let's say, you were obviously put in the lobby on Tuesday for the social race? Do you think, and next season in F2, how prepared do you think you are to fight in, let's say, F2? Because let's just presume you're going to go to F2 next season.
I mean, I think it would be very nice, you know, to have a race on Tuesday. Try to really see the pace, of course, because I have seen some races in F2, but there are some fast guys, and I don't know if there's, because I heard something about F1 reserves going to F2, and yeah, I think it's going to be very competitive next season, and it's going to be hard. But I think it would be nice, you know, to race with them, get to know them on track, and yeah, hopefully make the best then, and try to score points. Yeah.
Yeah, well, once again, Yuri, very well done on not just the podium but the win, and best of luck next week, and hopefully we already see you for season 15 of FRL.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you for commentating, guys.
No worries. As Bullboy,
Yeah.
that wraps up the stream. And any last words before, or see we go into the race tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I guess let's have a good race tomorrow, and yeah, thanks to everybody for racing today, of course, and watching the stream.
yeah, at one point we had I think 24 viewers, so it was nice to see the interest in it. But that is all for tonight. We finished 8:35, fairly early for a social race with obviously the whole restart. But thank you, Bulbo, obviously for coming on fairly late notice. It was a pleasure commentating.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's
And
fine. It's been great.
yeah, we'll see
Excellent.
what both of us can do tomorrow. But that is it from me and Bullboy, and we will see you tomorrow with James Head.